Okay, so lessons from meeting with a top 30 global equipment manufacturer. So we just met with a huge healthcare manufacturer. They sell all around the world. They sell to hospitals, and I want to talk about why outbound beats branding and digital marketing and SEO for healthcare, and why throwing money and people at the problem doesn't work the way you want it to. So we met this guy, really interesting conversation that Rashad, my business partner, and I had. So the person that we met with, very, very large company, very successful company, and their Rolodex is drying up. And they said, when we started, we went out to trade shows, and trade shows is still where most of our budget goes. But we spent a ton of money on digital marketing. We spent a ton of money on social. We spent a ton of money on blogs. We spent a ton of money on digital marketing strategy. We spent a ton of money on making our website look really nice. We spent a ton of money on SEO. We spent a ton of money on PPC. We spent a ton of money on LinkedIn posts and blogs and things like that. But still today, almost all of our new leads are from trade shows and networking. And one of the things that I told him is, of course, because unless you're running a very large business to consumer campaign, unless you're AstraZeneca, unless you're Johnson and Johnson, really there is no branding in B2B healthcare. So if I call 99% of your potential customers, they probably have never heard of the company. They don't know it by name. So branding, if you define branding the way Al Reese does in the ye old books we had to read when we were in college, the brand is the space that you occupy in your customer's head. There really is very little branding in B2B healthcare because these companies are not very well known. You have to prospect and you have to go to trade shows and network, and cold calling LinkedIn is an extension of that. And the other issue that these companies have is, the CEO is like, I love cold calling. I love outreach. I love generating your own order book. How can I support you guys to do that? Well, the problem is it's really, really hard to jump the business from 1995 to 2025. So if you're just sending cold emails, you start trying to do it at scale, things are going to break really, really quickly because you don't have three different infrastructures, you don't do deliverability testing, you don't have your own sequencer, so you're just asking for trouble. If you're doing a LinkedIn outreach and you're not using any of the tools, and if you're buying lists from somebody else that might be 6 months old, instead of generating your own lists in real time and triple verifying them, you're going to bleed so much along the way. And in healthcare, you really can't afford it because a lot of times there's only like 1 to 10,000 companies that you can even sell to. And that is really where we come in. And I think this is a problem that a lot of businesses have, is they focus so much on making the website look and having a really good brand, when really the problem isn't the brand. The problem is nobody knows who you are. And that is really, in the healthcare space, an issue that we see over and over and over again. But yeah, wanted to share that with you guys, and have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow.